Hey guys, got an AI project. Most of you startup founders will be delighted to look at on my screen right now. I basically use Persana AI to craft 7 questions for founders. It may look simple right now, but this will become a media empire eventually. So this is a section on my website, Founder Wisdom Podcast, which features all the founder wisdom podcasts that I had so far. And I decided to create founder profiles. So this has been an idea of mine. For quite some time. It is to build a Wikipedia of founders, right? So, yeah, Wikipedia is nice, but there's a bunch of details that are lacking. So, not necessarily bios, but also like responding to questions, right? Specific questions. So, it's nice for the consumer, for other founders to look at these bios, but it's also very nice for me and these other founders that are features, right? So, it seems to me like this is a win-win-win business model. And long story short, I'm going to dive into what I did here and why this is crazy good. But I came up with 7 AI questions using Persana AI. This data comes in from Apollo, right? I re-imported it back in Apollo, and I'm going to send to 10,000 founders customized questions, right? They're going to answer these questions. I'm going to feature them on my blog. For now, it's going to be free for them. It's going to drive SEO to my website. These people are going to buy my services, but eventually some of them are going to have to pay to be featured on that website. My price tag will be like $100. So my hopes is that I get probably 5 to 10 founders per day paying me to be featured on that website. And we're also going to have sponsors, right? So I don't know, like StreamYard, for example, I'm streaming this video on StreamYard. It would appear in the right or left margins here. And yeah, they would pay me at least 10 to 20 to 30K per month to be there. So this is going to derive important SEO traffic. This is just like an example of what it could look like, right? I love launching fast prototypes that aren't ready. And yeah, it's gonna look somewhere around that way. I'm gonna improve the design, of course. I'm gonna improve the SEO with time. So what I did here, I imported a big SEO list on Persana. By the way, the question stuff, I can use it for my podcast too. I hope you enjoy these videos because I'm just showing you how to use AI to create custom responses and then send them at scale with cold email, because I still believe cold email is the biggest and baddest channel out there from an ROI perspective. And yeah, Persona, I'm using them because I know the co-founder and they listen to my feedback, so I can have them and myself move extremely quickly when it comes to the development of this tool. I imported the list from Apollo here. It's a bunch of high growth CEOs, founders. It's not 28K, it's 10K of them because yeah, there's a limit on Persana. There's also a limit on Apollo, right? You cannot import, export over 10K. And I decided to use ChatGPT. In that case, I'm still A/B testing with Claude. The prompt for ChatGPT is I explained what I was doing. By the way, SEO Sum is another one, but I decided in the end that I would do it on my existing websites, namely Founder Wisdom Podcast and SEO Wisdom Podcast. And I just explain it like if I would explain it to a VA, right? I don't use VAs nowadays. I use AIs, but that's how you prompt, right? You try to make it extremely quickly. You test on the first 10 contacts. You look at if the questions are valid vs what the company does, right? If it's not hallucinating. And when you get a nice responses, you can scale it to the full document, save and run for all, right? In that case, it's 10K. So I'm launching to write blog articles about CEOs and founders. They will have a brief intro and will need to answer 7 questions to be featured on my website. Want to pull the SEO from their backlinks. So yes, you'll see in the copy that I'm asking CEOs and founders to link back to my website. That's a part of the genius in this equation. And write these 7 questions so that I can send them a cold email and ask them to ask if I should publish the articles with their approval, right? So here's the data. First name, last name, company name, keywords, SEO description, just the question and the answers, nothing else. I'm just gonna show you the email right now so you can understand. That's the Apollo email, right? And that's the AI section. By the way, the second one here, my website, I'm gonna show an example of them. I'm gonna put the link in the second one because yeah, we would have a higher chance of not landing the spam here. And yeah, you can see here, that's the custom tag. That's the AI tag that I'm showing you from the Persana here. And again, to see if this thing is working, there's no way of seeing the tag in the preview side. You need to activate the sequence first, and then you need to refresh, and then you need to check in the emails side of the campaigns. Right now it's loading because I just activated. I'll show you at the end what the final email will look like. But I took it from here, the question, and then it started giving me responses, right? The AI. So these are the 7 customized AI questions that I'm asking these founders and that I'm expecting a response from via cold email, right? So for me, once I receive these responses, it's extremely easy to publish a blog about them. I'll just like literally copy paste their responses on my WordPress platform. It's like posting a blog, right? And that is done. I'll probably do a couple of SEO thing left and right. But yeah, it's very easy. And I very much like that business model because it's organic and I can accumulate lots of traffic from that. So I've got the responses here. And then what I did, I run it, I validated first that the responses were good. And then I exported this file. As it's 10K, it took a bit of time, right? Once it was ready, I got it here. And then I went in Apollo and I imported the full CSV, right? So, and before I did that, as usual, I did a custom tag because it's not a tag that's in Apollo, right? There's company tag in Apollo, there's industry tag, but as soon as you do some AI stuff, you'll need to customize it. So you're going custom here. You write custom, right? And then you go in contacts, and then you go in custom fields. And then I wrote, yeah, founder profiles question, right? So I put it here. I put multi-line text, no limits, just put like 10 million, and I press save. And then once it imported, I'm just gonna show you. It's pretty fast, that import. What will take time is, yeah, like the second step, right? So you go at the very last. I called it on the CSV founder profile questions, right? So I went in the CSV and I put founder profile questions here. I think before that was like AI response, something like that. So I just deleted AI response and I put, yeah, founder profile questions. And here, guess what? I put founder profile questions as well. And then I started importing, right? And then once they were imported, all that I needed to do was add them to the sequence that I created. So not sure if it sounds complex to you guys, but what you get from that is extremely good, you know? So you select all the contacts here, you press add a sequence, and that is the sequence I created, and then you add them, right? What you get from that is, yeah, think about it, 7 AI written questions. So like people don't get these kinds of cold email, right? They're like, holy fuck, how did he do that? And then it's free, it's very good value, right? If you think about it, you take like probably 5 to 10 minutes of your time as a founder, and then you send it back to that person and they publish. I love this offer because one, it will get me in the open rates, right? Because it's AI questions. Second, it's a great offer, so create micro trust. We have an ecosystem of companies, and at this point, my goal is just to talk to very smart, powerful, and rich people, right? And do stuff with them, create business activities with them. And it doesn't matter what or which one of my offers they accept, right? I just need to get them in the funnel, talk to them, diagnose, analyze them, and see what they need. And then I'm going to redirect them in some business branch, right? So even let's say if I don't make money with them, then it's pretty impossible because I'll get insights from the posts that they will write for me. I will get some SEO from that. Even if that doesn't happen, let's say in a alien world, I would still create a micro trust, a micro transaction with them, right? And from there, they'll be remarketed with my content. They might follow me on LinkedIn, and eventually they'll convert it to something, right? So I like that. I call that the black hole system. So, and that offer really seems good. I've also sought to get good at SEO for quite some time. So I think that will force me to get good at SEO and long-term stuff, which I've never been good at. I've always been a direct response / ad guy. So anyway, I'm adding these people to the sequence, and then I'm just going to show you what some of these emails look like. So let's see here. Go in, created, and that was the last one here. I'm understanding like much of this might look like Chinese to some people that are not familiar with AI stuff, but hey, for people that are familiar with that, it will be gold. It's gonna take like 5 to 10 minutes for me to show you what that would look like, but basically the red section would be replaced with this here, the 7 questions, right? It's still loading because it's a very large file. It's 10K. Okay, I think it's ready now. Just gonna refresh. And yeah, if you want to literally copy paste that strategy to start like your own blog, your own empire, just go ahead. I think it's golden. It's Charles approved business model. So this here is how you will see what the email may look like. Now, I would argue that it is a pretty long email, right? Like the 7 questions, but the questions are so good and AI produced that personalized that, I think people will respond to them. And you can see the quality of these questions. Ooh, that's not good. 429 rate limit. I'm gonna delete those, the 429. Probably some of them stopped producing because I may have reached a limit. But you can see here these questions, right? So crya, botanicals, for example. So wellness industry, CBD and organic care. So every single question is personalized, right? So it's pretty damn good. So hope you like this video, guys. And you're free to steal this strategy if you'd like. And if you had any questions regarding this, can always email or LinkedIn me.